I have no God, no concept of hope. Sure ain't no preacher, rabbi, or pope. I'm no beggar, no drink of wine. I'm not life, death, sight, touch, or time. I'm no eagle, no sparrow or dove. And I'm no champion, an expression of love. Ship that's tied to one port. I'm no poet, no master of thought. I'm no nigger, no bastard or bum. And I have no disgrace, no hole to climb from. I have no desire except to be free. So put out the fire and let a man be. That's what I'm writing about. Because it's what I love and what I want to change. I seen a rat sit right next to me and I didn't know it. And he was sitting there in front of my house downtown, 116th Street. That's how real I am. I think it doesn't make much sense. People can condemn a person to something like this. I think the people inside those buildings are the most beautiful people in the world. I just want to change the buildings, that's all. I want to be somebody. I want to be somebody real great. I want to set a pattern for other people because I think I got an outlook on life that is just as good as anybody else's. I'm a dreamer. I've always been a dreamer. And the prep is like the fulfillment, a machine for the fulfillment of my dreams.
We moved in the fall of '68 into this supermarket on the corner of 136th Street and 8th Avenue.
That building just standing there.
Yeah.
Right? But that's education. You understand? Because people walking by, what is this here? I mean, what's Harlem Prep? You know, what them people doing? Hey man, I remember him. He used to get high with me. Just kept going with books. They want to find out what's happening. To find out what's happening, they're going to go in there and they're going to dig on what's happening.
We were charged to do the following things: to find a staff capable of working with youngsters who had dropped out of school between the ages of 17 and 21, to develop curriculum that would hold their interests, to make contacts with colleges so that these youngsters could have an open-end type education. We believed in the concept that every young person who did not suffer brain damage and who was interested in further education could be educated, so we went at it with a zest. Students feel a sense of freedom, a sense of universal participation, as well as feeling a self of individual integrity, but was to have the teachers feel the same way.
My name is Richard James, and I'm new here. I teach writing skills and world literature.
I teach English and Latin American studies.
I teach filmmaking and television.
I teach drawing, painting, and mixed media.
Harlem Prep is a very interesting group of teachers. First of all, we try to reflect all of the races.
I teach English and drama and acting.
Then we try to reflect all of the religions. And that I believe this is the only school where you have Jews working next to Arabs, working next to Muslims. We have teachers from Africa. We have teachers from Bermuda.
I teach business math, fundamentals, and algebra 1.
Kofi Fenuku. And I'm going to teach analytic geometry this semester.
Don't get bashful now. What do you teach?
Algebra 1.
Don't talk to me, talk to them.
What I try to do, once again, is to reflect the diversity of the world through the teachers even, so that the youngsters can see that there is also unity and diversity.
I major in the field of science. I hope I can relate a little bit to y'all. I teach anatomy and physiology and the fundamentals of science. And if you're in my class, you'll know.
My little bit here is to place most of you in college. That's it. You do the rest, okay?
I teach fundamentals of math and algebra 1, so good luck. All right, in other words, let's look at this. Yeah, the right number's right, except for Okay, now basically, dividing a decimal into a decimal, okay? You can't divide by a decimal. You have to make it a whole number. You have to make it whole, right? In order to make this whole, you have to bring the decimal point over here and put it and make it a 6.
The teacher will define the course, and with the students, they will work out what they hope to accomplish. For example, in English, they may want to accomplish the ability to speak fluently, to express oneself with clarity, and to read critically. They will decide on what type of books they will read, what type of materials they will use. Then, they will all know what the criteria is.
Now, what was your suggestion, that I just say definitely read the first 3?
Yeah.
But then that doesn't give you any choice of what to do your paper.
If you're going to be taking things from tournament taboo for a while, right? It's good. It would be better for you to have to book.
No, not if you can pick something of your own choice, but let me approve it first.
The third world politics. It deals specifically with the international relations, the foreign relations of those nations we call third world.
I felt it would be interesting to have all of these diverse young people in a school and present them with materials that they might find interesting, such as anthropology, political science, local state government, all forms of studies like African studies, American studies, but from comparative points of view, so that they could test their own personal philosophies and solutions against other models.
United States college town forces, we have the Third World Coalition. What do we mean by the Third World?
This is a school, man, which is not like any other school. Like, we can do here practically anything we want, and that is change itself. That is changing the board of regents and the whole educational system, man. So this is a change. This is part of revolution.
We would have to have people that know how to build and teach.
I mean, you know, like, don't get the wrong idea, man. You know, like the prep ain't a headquarters for revolutionaries. Don't get that idea, man. You know, like, we're all students here, man, and like, since I've been here, it's about a year now, man. You haven't seen one fight, man. You don't see people getting around and like just sitting in an open space like this and studying and rapping, and you don't see, you know, like without a teacher coming over and say, hey, man, you can't rap this in this school. Now, this is something different, man. This is private. This is ourselves, man. You gotta understand one thing, that we're all from the street. We're all bloods from there, man. And you gotta understand that we gotta live and we gotta study the way we can. And this is the only way we can, man, you know. Just being ourselves and not being something that a man wants us to be, you know. And that's the only way that the Harlem Prep really works. We have our own same Mojo logo, which to us means unity and brotherhood, and we carry that, we practice that here. I mean, without that, man, you know, the school won't be nothing, man, you know. Without the bloods, the beautiful people that you see here, you know, the prep won't be nothing. Like this. We're the one that make the prep, man, and we're the one that make the prep work. And with the most beautiful teachers, man. I mean, the faculty is too fantastic, man. You know, you can't believe it. You know, they're really out to help you, man. You know, and like with them and with us working together, we just got everything going just right.
This tabletop, as it's going to say here, in inches and what? Centimeters.
Our students are special. They have been turned off by the educational institution. They have been turned off by subject matter. They have been turned off, many of them, by teachers. They have not been inspired by too many adults in the educational sphere. I think it's marvelous that they would once again want to try the same path of education to change their lot in life.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's milliliters.
What's in 3 times in centimeters and 3 times in inches? Then, of course, you want to do what? Go from here to there in centimeters and then in what? Inches, right? This is the meter stick, right? And it's a whole 100 in this what? Whole stick. From here, that one down to 99, 100, right?
From 1 to 2.
Right, that's a centimeter. So it's 100 in that whole stick, right?
I got it right here.
254 in
2.54 centimeters in an inch.
An inch. Centimeters in an inch?
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Right here.
Centimeters. That's not centimeters.
When a teacher comes and applies for a job, I ask them one question. I said, what do you do? And if they tell me I teach algebra, I shake their hand and show them the door. But if they say they work with students, that's a different, we have a place to talk.
2.54 centimeters, right? Well, first of all, I think that the curriculum that we have here is one that is unique. I think that what we do here will prepare a person to go to college and do well.
One such student is a youngster that I call my daughter, who's now in her junior year at Vassar.
Right now, I'm a history major, black history major, and I plan on teaching history. Hopefully at Harlem Prep when I graduate, and then if not, go to some of the public schools around my area and teach there. And then again, take some classes in a school, like in grad school in science, because my main interest is marine biology. Also, I thought of like doing Islamic institution. That's part of my history. Like I want to not only, specify in like Africa, but in the Middle East, too.
Like other graduates, she pursues her studies while serving her community at an urban center for black studies.
Dealing with some of the black problems that black people have. So we had it down here, basically, to get Vassar into the community, because Vassar has not been a part of the community. It's like been, segregated, like Vassar's in Arlington and nothing's downtown, And the only contact that people have had with Vassar students is like going to the store, going downtown to go shopping or something like that. And also have a liaison between like the Vassar community and black students there at Vassar and the black people down here. But like I know like some people said, like a lot of people just go around saying that they're black and they really don't, have anything positive to attribute to it, Nothing positive that they can bring to a black movement or to like the ideal of a black woman.
I talked to Carolyn Humphrey a lot, and I went to school with her at Vassar. I'm sure that she will, get her degree and come back to Harlem or go someplace else where black people need her. Anyway, the purpose of this course is to teach you to communicate with other people, somehow in written form. So in the other class, they wrote a play, which is like we could do it in that form.
We was writing a play about Africans before they came to New Amsterdam, and when they came to New Amsterdam, up into the Black Renaissance period, right?
We can read The Stranger. How many of you have read The Stranger? Camus.
The school is like shaping up now, we're not getting that many funds or anything like that, but like the students are participating more. We got rid of all the people, who weren't coming to school,
Just taking up space.
Just taking up space, that's all.
He's had his ups and downs like everybody else. And somewhere along the line, he just decides in his own mind that he's going to commit a crime. And this crime just happens to be murder.
He became like almost inhuman. He didn't have any feelings as far as sex or friendship or whatever. And then he comes back down and realizes that this is what I got from the book, that the real spiritual involvement is becoming human, being akin to nature. Is that true?
Everything that happens in life, whether it carries material overtones or not, it touches off a particular emotion within ourselves. It may spark an interest or a desire that we have to travel toward until it is fulfilled.
I just saw 3 years of my life just down the drain. So and then I came here, and then I found out that I was doing something that was relevant to me. Well, I think, for one, the way the school is set up, there's no classrooms, there's no doors, this feeling of being closed in, like open space, open atmosphere, I think that has a lot to do with it, In our society, we don't have much of a choice, I mean, like if you don't have a college degree, you can forget about a good job, right? And that's the way we live. I mean, your whole thing is centered around a good job. If you don't have a good job, there's no shelter, there's no clothing, there's no food, right?
Well, I'm working in the Museum of Natural History, and
my main function is to convey African culture and tradition to people who have stereotypes of people swinging on vines and jive in the jungle, you know? So I'm like there to break them stereotypes up and set the people straight on what's really going down.
Many blacks in the Americas have not developed principle. They don't know what the word principle means, what it stands for. Is it a fault of their own? No, not at all. You're a victim of circumstances. I am victim of circumstances. You fell victim to propaganda. You fell victim to propaganda because you might not be aware that, again, this is experience, and people profit from their experiences. Then when I look at this uncivilized, this African that is a pagan, according to European standards, because you must remember that anytime you're not a member of the Christian religion, the Islamic faith, or Judaism, then most likely the African, practicing his own indigenous African religion, the European call him a pagan. That it is not just blacks who this happens to, but it happens to anyone else. That the ruler, the conqueror, the boss, imposes his own wishes and teachings and customs upon the conquered. His hair must look like a white person. His nose must look like a white person. The mother put clothespins on nose. I've had clothespins on mine. We're going to do our own thing. We're going to think as individuals. When I, as a youngster, was requested to straighten my hair and put some sweet potato and lye in my hair, I won't do that no more. It burns.
I don't know, love is so beautiful, it has to be a dream. To me anyway, I just see love as something on a pedestal, a flower man, you know? Beautiful love where people don't hurt each other and they really dig where they're at with each other. It's beautiful. Walk with me unto a venture of love. Take my hand and travel with me unto the doorsteps of happiness. Fly with me through the sacred channels of eternal love, and there we shall plant our seed of love amongst the trees of life. Bask yourself wholly in my beauty. Lay against my flesh, which is the flower of love, and let thyself become engulfed by the walls of my honey. And to you, my love, I say, nourish thy love-starved hunger upon the pure beauty of submissive passion. For when you take my hand and walk with me, you shall be the fertilizer of the budding seed of love on the eternal tree of life.
As a rule, there are more black female educated than there are male. It was in the past. So now, the female is trying to help the man come up too. She doesn't want him to feel emasculated any longer. She wants him to forge ahead. She wants him to be the man that he's always yelling about. So in helping herself to get her education, she wants to take him along with her. So there's no inequality here in Harlem Prep.
Does everyone understand the vital importance of an outline? If I asked you to write an outline, you'd be able to do it like that. Okay, you would? All right. Now, the first thing, as we said, we'll review. The first thing is to pick a topic, right? And make sure it's not too general, and make sure that it's not too narrowed down, okay?
Like the psychology that the teachers use here is really heavy because like they make you want to learn. It's such a free atmosphere. Like it's very seldom that you find a school that you want to come to.
And when I come out, I might teach for a while to find out where I'm at.
I'd like to become a history teacher.
I want to be a doctor.
I'm going to go out. I'm going to see the world. And like I said, I'm going to bring this world outside to the community.
I would like to teach history, so I'm going to go into veterinary medicine.
And college will help me to become a physical therapist. I want to teach. I want to bring it back to the community.
I plan myself to become the next, well, not the next, say for instance, headmaster of Harlem Prep, but a system similar to that.
If you look at the faces of my brothers and sisters in Harlem Prep, this is revolution. Why? Because you see the results of this revolution in about 6 years, when all these people that, you know, are established some way or the other. And you see when they come back here and make the change.
This
street is Harlem Prep, you know? Like all the learning is right here. This is the street, you know? You come here, this is the street. You don't have to go out there and learn it. You brought it all in together.
I feel that our experience will be like picked up from other people. Like I think that's the main point of this graduation out here in the street, so that other people can see, you know, that, well, you know, they can go to college, I can go to college.
I'm going to Marymount College.
I'm going to Fordham University. I'm going to major in psychology.
I'm going to City College for nursing.
I'll be going to NYU in the fall.
Now we have 32 young people in their junior year, getting ready to go in their senior year. And as I indicated, we have 204 students still in college. This year, we will graduate roughly 175. It's almost 500, I would say. Think of the impact of these young people over a 4, 5, 6, 7-year period.
I'd like to welcome all of you on behalf of the students, faculty, parents, Board of Trustees, above all of the community members who are associated with Harlem Prep. I'd like to add my applause to yours because they do deserve it. At Harlem Prep, we try to prepare our students for going on to a world of unity, a world in which the most important thing is justice. Sophia Carlisle, who will sing Young, Gifted, and Black.
To be young, gifted, and black. Oh, what a lovely, precious dream. To be young, gifted, and black. Open your heart to what I mean. In the whole world, you know, there's a million boys and girls who are young, gifted, and black, and that's a fact. To be young, gifted, and black, we must begin to tell our young there's a world waiting for you. Yours is the quest that's just begun. When you're feeling real low, there's a special truth that you should know. To be young, gifted, and black is where it's at.
If you love the work that Harlem Prep is doing, back it up. If we can spend $90 million a year for whiskey, and if we can spend $80 million a year for wigs, and if you can spend millions and millions of dollars each year on narcotics, what do you mean that you can't support independent black education?
Students of Harlem Prep, can you hear me? Yeah. That we have come out of the strain of the doing into the peace of the done. For we have done so much with so little for so long that now we can do anything. By virtue of the power of the authority of the state of New York, I now declare you graduates of the Harlem Preparatory School. Oh, yeah.
Somebody. I want to be somebody real great.
In the race at Harlem Prep, for the race has just begun, and there's a goal for everyone. Open the gates and open them wide for those who hunger and thirst inside, for the creative free. is coming through. There's so much work